I paid off $36,000 of credit card debt in 14 months. Here's how I did it. I'm no different than you. I sucked at my finances. Thought I knew everything. I was living the life. But I was a broke and a fake. $36,000 of credit card debt. Here's how I paid it off. The first step was admitting that I needed to fix it. I was considering taking out a loan against my TSP. Even though I knew how terrible of an idea that was, I was looking at it as that was the only way I was going to be able to afford to get this knocked out. Then I decided I would change my lifestyle. I was living in a downtown condo in New Orleans, a couple blocks off Bourbon Street, living the good life. Driving a BMW M3. Man, I had it all. I changed everything. Big steps. First thing I did was I put myself on a cash budget. I gave myself bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, $500. That was it. Comes out to about $33, $34 a day. Cash. Carried it around every day. And that money was for everything that wasn't auto deducted out of my checking account. So my car payment, your power bill, cell phone payment, those things still come out of your checking account. The rest though, cash. Now I didn't make a budget, I didn't have all these fancy spreadsheets, and I was like, I'm only gonna give myself $50 a month to go to a, no. I had $500, I could spend it on whatever I wanted. I had 2 weeks, whatever I wanted. However, my gas, my groceries, my dining out, my whatever it was I needed came out of that money. $500. That was it. When it was gone, it was gone. There was no other money because one, I honestly didn't have any other money, and two, if I did, it was going straight to the credit cards because I was trying to pay those bad boys off. That was like the day-to-day lifestyle change. It was difficult, it wasn't easy, but you're gonna feel it when you hand over that $20 bill to the cashier and you're gonna go, do I really need to buy this new case for my cell phone? Nope, give me back that $20. It's going to the credit card. But what I did though was I rewarded myself. If at the end of those 2 weeks I had $5 left over, put it in a drawer in my room, all right? And after a couple of months, you'd open up that drawer and hey, there's $50 in there. I'd go out to dinner, all right? Or that was my cushion money. If I needed more than the 500 in that 2 weeks, that's where I pulled from. It was there if I needed it, and if I didn't need it, it just kept growing a little bit for me. Here's what else I did. That condo, downtown New Orleans, kicked that bad boy to the curb. As soon as that lease was up, moved out of there. Moved to the other side of the river, got me an apartment in Gretna, saved me $900 a month in rent, plus lower utility costs, all of that stuff. Saved me a fortune. Reduced my time to drive to work. Speaking of drive to work, that M3, gone also. Talk about making the hard adult decision. Getting rid of that dream car, BMW M3, gone. Bought me a used Mazda 6. Joy. But saved me almost $200 a month in a car note. Countless fuel difference. That M3, I got about 12 miles to the gallon. In the Mazda, I get 30. Come on now. Oh, and maintenance costs. I can get like 5 oil changes in my Mazda for the $250 oil change that the BMW costs. Come on, $250 oil change? Get out of here. That's what it cost. After downsizing my home, downsizing my car, I went through everything. If I didn't need it, it was being sold. Binoculars, gone. Cameras, gone. Camera lenses, gone. Scuba equipment, gone. You name it. If I didn't need it, if I wasn't using it today, I sold it. All right. That raised me a couple grand straight to the credit card. Then I liquidated assets. I had a mutual fund, probably about $3,000 in it or so. Sold that bad boy and put 3 grand straight to the credit card. All right, I had some gold and silver, sold that as well. Nothing significant, a few $100 to $1,000 straight to the credit card. It didn't matter. I was liquidating everything. The other thing I did was I took my TSP contributions and I lowered it from about 15% down to 5%, freeing up several $100s a month in my income. All right. Then what I did was, this is frowned upon, but if you do it right, for me it saved hundreds of dollars in interest. I opened up 3 different 0% finance credit card balance transfers, and I transferred over as much money as I got approved. It was in the ballpark of 10,000. So 10,000 out of 36 is, I don't know, about a third of it. Made a difference though, saved me a whole lot of interest. And what I did was I just constantly made the minimum payment on those 0% cards, and that allowed me to focus all the revenue that I had now coming in going towards the cards that were still accruing interest, paying them down as quickly as I could. Lastly, cutting back on the lifestyle. No more going out to eat. Heck, my $500 wasn't going to buy me a whole lot to go out to eat. So bringing lunches, cooking dinner at home, cheap dinners, all that stuff. I was on a mission. Right? I spent a lot of time in my apartment doing nothing because I was paying off the credit card debt. 14 months of not doing a whole lot. That's okay though, because now it's completely worth it. Having that weight off my shoulders is beyond amazing. Could have sped the process up. I thought about taking out a second job, going and delivering pizzas or working part-time at the movie theaters or gas station or whatever, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to I was working enough at my main job. I didn't want to do that as well. This isn't meant to sound brag. It is supposed to be motivating, encouraging, inspirational. All right. If you find yourself in the same situation, $36,000, whether you got more or you got less, it doesn't matter. I understand the pressure that you are feeling by all of that. Some sacrifice, some extreme dedication, you too can be out of this. All right. It's not easy. It's not easy. But what you do is, I paid off the lowest balance first. All right. That at least gave me a small victory. My lowest credit card, especially after the balance transfers and paying all that other debt, was only around like $2,000. Paying that bad boy off and just having that small victory gave you the motivation to keep going and to start chugging on the next one and the next one and then roll into those 0% ones. So start with the lowest balance, give yourself that small victory. The last thing is, I didn't know who Dave Ramsey at the time was. Coincidentally, almost everything I did was exactly like what Dave would recommend. But if you really need more help with getting out of debt, if you've got more than just the credit card debt, go listen to Dave Ramsey on the radio, on his podcast, read his book, Total Money Makeover, whatever you need to do. Telling you, he's the debt king. I just got lucky before I found out who he was. So, big recommendation, go listen to Dave Ramsey. If you learned something from this video, please subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends, give me a like, watch my other videos. They're on military investing, but a lot of similar stuff to a 401k. I appreciate it.